Listen, guys, I told you all, even if you have just 3 days in a week to work out, do you know you can still get the exact same physique as someone who has like 5 to 6 times in a week? Absolutely. And last week I shared with you all the first part of this video, which is the push workout. This week we're going to be looking at the pull. If we have just one day to get the best out of our workout, okay, to target several muscles, this video is exactly what you need. I personally handpicked each and every one of the exercises in this video to serve a lot of purpose. Now, when we are talking about pull, we're looking at the muscles in the back, the rhomboids, the lats. We're looking at the rear delt. We are also going to be looking at the bicep. Okay, these involve the same movement. That's why we have to bring them together. So let's jump right into the video. The first pull workout are the pull-ups. Listen, guys, the pull-ups are a very great way to work the back muscles. Pull-ups target a lot of muscles, and the truth is most people can't really do pull-up, which is 100% okay. I myself, I started from somewhere. I didn't just wake up and start doing pull-ups. I had to, build my strength with several other things. And if you can't do pull-up, the lat pull downs are also a great way to get the same muscle pump, okay, just like pull up, because both of them mimic the same movement. So it's either you're doing the lat pull downs or you're doing the pull ups, but they are a great way to target several muscles in the back. Here we're looking at the lats, which is more like back width, okay, movement that is coming from up to down, which helps you build more width, and it targets the muscle we call the lats. The lats helps you get more like back wings. Now, for you to properly execute pull-up, you have to watch your grip position. Most people, they grip with their thumb. If you grip with your thumb, you will be putting more of the effect of the bicep, which is not what we need. If you want to get the best out of pull-up, you have to move with a thumbless grip. I want you to see your arms as hook. That will help you focus more on the lats, which is what we are trying to work on. Now, another quick tip to effectively do a pull-up is making sure you do full range of motion. Full range motion allows you to get better contraction, and it helps you build more of functional muscle. Okay, we are all about functionality instead of just the pump. Now, the next exercise for an effective pull workout are the single arm dumbbell rows. You already know you have to bring in some kind of unilateral movement. It helps you vary your grip strength. Now, a good alternative for this exercise is the single arm cable rows. Most times I prefer cable rows due to the fact that it gives you a returning effect. When you do the exercise, all you need to do is just balance the movement. You don't have to worry about returning. So it's either you're doing the dumbbells or you're doing the cables. For me, I do both, but if I am to recommend, you can do this on the cable, which will help you reduce more of stability. All you need to focus is control. But both of them are a very good ways to work your back muscles. And another thing about the single arm rows is a kind of movement you pull to yourself. When you're walking the back, there has to be a kind of movement coming from up to down, which are the pull-ups. Then you need another kind of movement you're pulling to yourself, either to your stomach or your lower abdomen, which is very okay. It's either you're doing the cable rows, the single arm rows, barbell rows. All of these exercises are just the same, and they will help you effectively work on your back muscles. Most of you are doing your back exercises and you're repeating the same exercises. You're doing the pull-ups, you're doing the lat pull downs, and all these movements are just the same thing. So for this second exercise, it's either you choose between the cable rows, the barbell rows, the single arm rows, because all of them are just the same. What it focuses more on is giving you a kind of back thickness. Okay, you've gotten the width. Now all you need is thickness. The best way to effectively execute this exercise is when you pull, just make sure you're pulling to your lower abdomen instead of pulling to your chest. That's the wrong way to do this. And most people, when they are doing this exercise, they are moving with momentum. Do not move with momentum. All you need is a slight lean forward when you're returning. Then when you're pulling backwards, you don't have to go all the way back. Just go halfway back. Then you squeeze your back muscles. That's the best way to get the best out of this exercise. And I'm telling you, you will feel your back muscle. The next exercise for the pull workout are the face pulls. Most of you, you're working your back and you don't work your upper back. The upper back are one of the visible muscles in our body. When you're wearing that nice tank top, when you're wearing that suit, the back is always popping out, okay? Your rear delts are making you look more built. And most people neglect this part of this muscle. And today, we're going to be using face pull to target it. And now what we are working now on is the rear delts, well, mid-traps. So this exercise properly targets all these muscles. Now, to properly execute the face pull, you have to kind of sit on the bench. Now, you set the cable high enough, but don't make it overly high. Most people sit on the floor to do this exercise, but you have to watch the range. If it comes overly from the top, you might be getting more of the side delts, which is not what you want. So just sit on a bench, keep the cable high. That's just the proper way to do it. Then you pull. While you're pulling, you don't want to tuck your elbows in. Once you tuck your elbows in, you're getting more of the lats, okay, the upper lats, which we've taken care of. You don't want to get the lats. All you need to do is keep your elbows on within your shoulder level while you do this exercise. This will help you target the rear delts, the upper back, the traps. A good alternative for this exercise can be the cable rows, where you use the straight bar instead of the V handle. And when you're pulling, you pull to your lower chest. Don't pull to your stomach. Pull to your lower chest. Still maintain your elbows flared out within your shoulder levels. This will still help you work the upper back. The next exercise on our pull workout are the barbell curls. Okay, when we're talking about the pull, I already mentioned to you all, we can't be leaving out the bicep. The bicep is a great muscle to work on when you're doing the pull workout. And now, to effectively work on your bicep, I'm talking about the long head, the short head, you can use the barbell curls. Don't forget, we have limited time to do all these exercises, and I won't recommend you start training your long head separately, your short head separately. You can do that with the barbell curls. The barbell curls targets both the long and short heads simultaneously. All you need to do is grip it within your shoulder width. Don't grip it inside, don't grip it so much outward. Within your shoulder width, this will help you target the two heads of the bicep evenly. I use this exercise myself and my biceps are crazy. That's why I want to share it with you all. If you really want to get the best out of this workout, all you need to do is make sure the upper part of your arm is slightly pressed towards your body. Okay, you don't want to rotate or move with momentum. Slightly press it to your body. The only thing you have to coil upwards are your forearm, okay? The lower part of your arm, from the elbow down to your wrist. You coil it up. Then you return slowly. Now here is where most people fuck this exercise up. They return halfway and move up again. And you're missing out on a lot of stimulation on the lower part of the motion. So you have to make sure you go straight down until your arms are straight out. Then you go again. This will help you get a good pump on your bicep. I guarantee you, you will feel that pump. Another good alternative to do this exercise can be the cable coils. Okay, you can still coil this on the cable machines, which is still fantastic. You can still use the dumbbells. If you don't want to use the barbells, you can still use the dumbbells. But I use the barbells. The barbells are just strong, solid, and they give me my greatest pump. Now the last exercise on the pull day are the hammer curls. The hammer curls is a very controversial exercise. Most people say it's not a bicep exercise, which can be true, but yes, it targets the muscle they call brachialis. It's just below the bicep. But when you properly work on that muscle, it still pushes the bicep out and still help you get a fuller arm. So why leave them out? If you want to properly execute hammer curls, you do this with the dumbbells, but what you need is a neutral grip. The grip we used on the barbell curls is a pronated grip. Now you need a neutral grip. For me, I do one arm before the other so that I wouldn't have to go with momentum. But if you want to go the both arms at the same time, it's very okay. All you need to do is make sure that the upper part of your arm is never moving. Once that part starts to move, you won't get the best out of this exercise. I get my greatest pump, like I get the greatest arm pump when I do the hammer curls, and I won't let you leave it out on your workout. Make sure you include it. A good alternative can still be on the cable, where you use the cable rope. The cable rope automatically puts you on a neutral grip position. Just stay closer to the cable machine while you do the same movement. And this is it, guys. These are about, let's just say, 5 exercises for an effective pull workout. And I'm telling you, you don't need thousands and hundreds of exercises. Even if you have 3 days, like I said, you will get a good physique. All you need to do is just stay consistent. What builds a good physique is not about doing a lot of exercises. You can choose what works, but you need to stay consistent. Consistency does it all, and I'm telling you. So this is it, guys. These are the only 5 exercises you need for an effective pull workout. Try this out. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Like and subscribe, share the video. I'll get back to you on the next one.